It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, we're going to be talking about recent sales. And I don't know about you all, but sales have been really, really good. It is definitely Q4. People are shopping for the holidays. We're kind of at the peak point right now where it's probably going to die out a little bit. But then, I find that in January, it usually picks up a little bit because some people get tax returns and they're going to shop with that money. But yeah, we're in the best time of year right now. So I'm going to share with you some of my recent sales, and this is just some of them, because if I went through all of them, this would be a very, very long video, but I kind of picked out my favorites that I've had recently, and I'm going to share them with you. And apologies for not making a video last week. I do try to make them weekly. Life got kind of busier than I was expecting last week, but my goal is still to provide content weekly. So let's talk about sales. First off, we have these Soros silver boots. I paid $2 for these at a garage sale, and I had to ask the lady twice. I was like, $2 for you want $2? Yep, okay. So they sold for $40, and that is a $38 profit. Soros are very popular here in North Dakota. I a lot of the time sell Soros locally and do really well, but these ones I put on eBay. I thought they were a little more exotic, so I figured somebody would pick them up, and they did. So that's a nice $38 profit. Next, we have a lot of Monster High dolls. And to anyone who knows me as a reseller will tell you that Monster High is one of my most favorite things to find. I don't know what it is about Monster High dolls. I just absolutely love them. I think they're beautifully made. They're really fun. So these ones were not particularly rare Monster High dolls, but you kind of just get what you find. So when I get kind of duds, but they're still worth picking up, because there's money on the table, I'll do lots of them, and they usually do pretty well. There's people that actually redesign these and like paint over them and create these whole other characters with them. It's really neat what they do. But so I'd say, I'm not sure exactly what I paid for all these because I bought them at different times, but I'm guesstimating at $12 maybe, because a lot of these were just 50 cents at a garage sale. So $12 is my estimate. Goodwill usually charges about $5 for these, so it's kind of a mix. But yeah, $12 I think probably covers it. And I made a good, as you can see, I made a good $24 on those. So that was a good sale as well. Next, we have Sticks, the skeleton squishmallow. This was a little more rare, and Halloween is very popular all the time, not just during Halloween. And apparently the person that bought this is giving it as a Christmas gift. So why not? Why not give skeleton squishmallows for Christmas? I love it. I'm here for it. So they paid $30. I paid $5 for it, so that's a nice $25 profit. And this is all before eBay fees. And I generally charge for shipping, though not every time. Sometimes I'm trying to be competitive with another listing, and I don't necessarily, do what I normally do. So, but typically I do shipping. So that was a good item. The next, we have some Angry Birds, a lot of Angry Birds. I have been making this lot for a long time, and I finally reached a point where I felt that I had enough to sell, finally. So I sold this lot for $62. I honestly don't know how much I have into these, but I was never paying more than $5 for any of these. And there was, I think, 14 of them. So I know there was profit. It's hard to know sometimes when you make these lots over time to know exactly what you're making, but you can just tell what a safe price is kind of deal. Maybe you've done that before. So yeah, happy to see them go. I've been building that for a long time. Next, there is an American Girl doll. I bought this American Girl Welly Wishers doll at Once Upon a Child, and I've mentioned about the Welly Wisher line before. I actually feel it's slightly more desirable than the regular ones, unless they're the more rare dolls. I sell way more Welly Wishers than regular American Girl dolls that are a little smaller, a little less money to buy them, so I think people invest in them a little easier because they're not as much money as the larger variation of American Girl doll. So I paid $20 for this, brand new. So yeah, Once Upon a Child, cut me a deal there. So sold it for $60, $40 profit before eBay fees. Next, there was a short on this particular item that's next. It's a very unique item. This is a dental learning puppet. So this thing had a full set of teeth, this kangaroo puppet, and it made bouncy noises. It was made in Australia. How it got here, I don't know, but I knew it was going to be a winner when I saw it. I paid $10 for it at Goodwill. I sold it for $70, $60 profit, weird sells, and maybe a dentist office bought it, who knows? But great item. Next, if you all haven't looked into Dino trucks, you definitely want to be on the lookout for Dino trucks. Dino trucks, especially this particular one, if you have all parts, which this one had, it is a bolo for sure. Now, I bought another toy along with this and paid $40 for both. So I'm getting, you could say I paid $20 for this. And so this sold for $85. So that's like a $65 profit before eBay fees. Not too bad. Next, we have an Adidas tracksuit. I paid $8 for this at a garage sale over the summer, and it sat for a little while. I figured they'd sell at the holidays, and they did. So they sold for $33. It's a $25 profit. Next, this one I've had for a while, and I was a little shocked that it went through all last Christmas without getting sold, but this is the Department 56 Polar Palace. I actually paid $1 for this at a garage sale. It did not have its box. Usually Department 56 does. Maybe that's why it sat for a little while. Someone might have been scared it would get damaged in shipping, but I sold it this year for $40, $39 profit before eBay fees. Next, wanted to let you know that I sold another Bath & Body Works Black Sheep plush. I have been doing so well with these, just no regrets picking up this lot of brand new. To me, like Black Sheep, they're just unique and people think of themselves as black sheep sometimes. So like I knew like when I saw stuffed black sheep that I should pick them up because somebody would want them. Believe it or not, if they were just regular, your standard cream colored or white colored sheep, I wouldn't have bought them. But because they were black sheep, I was like, yep, I'm going to buy these. So yeah, they're selling great. I sold another one for $27. I'm well into the green, so I'm just pocketing all of that money. So yay. Next, this was one of my items that I got the last time I went to the bins. This is a John Lennon baby bag, like for baby accessories. Sold it for $27.29. I don't know if you all noticed, but there was a period of time not too long ago where the make an offer feature, the only way you could do it was by percentage, and then it was giving you like these wonky like dollar amounts, and that's why it was $27.29. I was actually going to make a video on it ranting about it because I could not stand that change because you want to sell an item for what you want to sell it for, and you don't want to have to try to figure out the percent, and sometimes the percentages wouldn't even work out anyway because you couldn't do like a decimal point percent. Ugh, yuck. I am so glad eBay changed it back. But yeah, if that annoyed you, leave a comment because I would like somebody to commiserate with about that. That was very annoying. Anyway, but yeah, $27.29 was the offer I sent out. They took it. I probably paid $0.25 for it. So, I mean, great profit. Next, Sony VCR. Bought this for $10 at a thrift store. I knew Sony is great, Sony VCRs. And it was that same, there's a company that buys these, just like there's a company that buys TI, 84 plus calculators. Like this is kind of the same deal. You get a good VCR, these people are going to buy them over and over from you as long as the price is right. So $40 profit, can't lose. Next, this is kind of a unique item. I've never got one of these before. This is a Garmin Navigator. Now, of course, we have cell phones, but sometimes you get out of range on a cell phone, your cell phone dies. You want to have that backup navigator, like if you're a hiker, and that's what this item is for. And I paid $5 for it, and I took a chance. I wasn't sure how good it was going to be, but it ended up selling very quickly, like I'd say not even a week, for $35. That was a great pickup. Next, I found a Bratz Christmas doll. I was like, oh, perfect time of year for that. So I listed it, paid $5, got it at Goodwill, sold it for $27. It's a $22 profit. Rare Bratz dolls are good pickups. Can't emphasize that enough. They got to be the rare ones, though, so you got to do your homework. Next, this was a great find. This Patagonia Fleece, I paid $30 for it. It was in like new condition, just beautiful. And it's a very rare line and very much wanted. It sold very quickly for $119.99. Great pickup, $90 profit. Next, we have, oh, this is unbelievable. I cannot believe it. This Department 56 ski lift. Now, this thing had some problems. I think the motor was shot. I could not get it to work. But even for parts, I paid $1 for this. I could not believe that I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. If it had worked, it probably would have been $250, $300 even. But I was happy enough, since I only spent $1, to sell it broken for $100. So $99 profit all day long. I'll take that. And next we have a Bath and Body Works candle. Now, I have actually sold a couple of these thus far, and I wanted to share something with you all. And maybe I've mentioned this in a video before, but I have got to say that out of any item that I've done the best with as far as consistent sales, not having things linger in my store, candles have been one of the best for me this year. I find new Bath and Body Works candles a lot at my Goodwill. I don't know if they sell overstock or what the situation is, but I have done incredibly well with new Bath and Body Works candles. And my Goodwill usually sells them for like $6 or $7 new. So you can make money on these very easily. And especially if they're more rare ones. Or if you're lucky enough to find some retired. Every once in a while I find like a retired Yankee candle and things like that. But let me tell you folks, always look up new recognizable brand candles because they could be rare expired scents. But yeah, they fly off my shelves. Like I do not have any candles lingering for more than like 2 months. It would be incredibly rare for that to happen. So I recommend to everybody to always be on the lookout for new candles by, like I said, recognizable companies like your Bath and Body Works, your Yankee Candle, any of the other candle brands that you might be familiar with. Those are my top two, so that's what I typically look out for. But if it looks fancy, I'll look it up anyways, because you never know. There could be candle companies I don't know anything about. But yeah, candles, really good. So I've sold quite a few of these, $35. Now I did do free shipping on this. So in the end, from what I paid, I made a $21 profit, but I have a crap ton of these candles and they are flying off my shelves. So I've already sold 2 of this particular scent alone, and I've barely had them not even 2 weeks. So always recommending candles to people, because I mean, in the end, I think I got 6 or 7 candles. I mean, that's over $100 profit in total for what you bought. So when you see new candles, pick them up. And that's going to be it for this video. I thank you all for watching. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the holidays. I wish you and a Happy New Year, because that's coming up soon too. Although I probably will have a video next week before that, but just in case, Happy New Year. And don't forget to like the video or comment, and definitely subscribe if you haven't. That really helps my channel if people subscribe, so I'd really love that if you could. And again, my name is Melanie. This is Crow's Thrifty Finds. I'll see you next week.